we would be remiss if we did not mention Keyontae Johnson. If you weren't paying attention, he collapsed early in the first half of Florida's game against Florida State yesterday. He was taken to a local Tallahassee hospital. The last update I saw was last night, and he was in critical but stable condition, which by my understanding means that he's not out of the woods, but they don't expect him to get worse, if that makes sense. So that's good news. But there were also reports, which you confirmed yesterday, that he had tested positive for COVID at some point over the summer. So
back in June is what I was told. When they got back to Gainesville, he was one of the first players that tested positive. Now, again, we have no idea if there's any correlation here.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, we're just waiting for more information. And really, we're waiting to make sure that he's okay. I talked to somebody close to the program last night, and they said he's getting better. They feel confident that he's going to be okay. Career-wise, we don't know yet. And we don't know what this means for him and potentially for Florida. But the biggest thing is Keyontae Johnson's okay. This is a kid who has a terrific career ahead of him, likely an NBA player. And the biggest thing for him is his family's coming down, or they were being flown down to Tallahassee. Eventually, they want to bring him back to Gainesville, have his family around, and hopefully he gets better and has a great career. Because everything I've been told, Rob, anybody you talk to about Keyontae Johnson, great player, even better kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad. I don't know if people realize this, but Keyontae Johnson is like an all-American caliber player. He absolutely is a guy that would play in the NBA if he can get healthy and if he can get right. And you know, it's kind of irrelevant, but this is what we are all worried about, right? Like if this gets linked, if this ends up being a heart issue and it ends up getting linked to the fact that he had the coronavirus earlier this year, like that is the kind of thing that can make college basketball end. And like in the big picture, like college basketball ending is not anywhere near as important as a 21-year-old's life. But like this is why we had these conversations earlier. This is why there were concerns about the Big Ten restarting football back in August when the links between myocarditis and coronavirus and young athletes were first established. The thing that really shocked me was that this game continued, knowing the situation that they were in and knowing that a former Florida State player named Michael Oho passed away in, I believe it was in Serbia with his team over there in August. He had tested positive for the coronavirus, and he also had a heart issue that ended his life tragically. So it's a sad issue all around. It's something that we are going to have to.
They left it up to the players, really, Rob. Is ultimately what happened here was Leonard Hamilton deferred to Florida, and then Mike White asked the players, and the players were obviously distraught, but decided they wanted to play. And I'm told they're still obviously in a state of shock after watching it. And I saw a replay of what happened, and it was just.
Don't watch the replay. If you haven't seen the video, do not seek it out. Do not find it. You don't want to watch it.